Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the SMA Victor. I am your host, Victor, aka Victor the Inspiration. And today I want to go over this topic talking about authors who have spinal muscular atrophy. I think this is a pretty fascinating topic for anyone who has SMA can understand that there are things that you can do despite the physical limitations and disability that you have. Now, of course, everyone who has SMA, we all undergo our own trials and tribulations, right? We all have our own different forms of severity of our condition. But I want you to like the main intention behind this is, that despite your disability, there is something that you can do. And I find inspiration that there's people with SMA and they're authors. They're either turning their story into a book or turning their story into a message through public speaking or doing anything in that sort. And I just hope that you guys who have SMA can not feel like you can't do anything, but that there are things that you can aspire and that you can achieve. So let's get right into today's topic. Several authors and writers have navigated life with spinal muscular atrophy, often incorporating their experiences with disability into their work. Notable authors with SMA include activist and poet Laura Hershey, children's book author Lisa B., and various contributors sharing their stories through advocacy platforms. Here are authors and writers who have SMA. Laura Hershey, 1962 to 2010, a prominent author, poet, and disability rights activist who wrote extensively on disability rights, social justice, and her experience with SMA. Lisa B., an adult living with SMA type 3 and a former speech and language therapist who has written 4 educational children's books. Ben Morris, a BBC journalist who has written about his life and experiences with SMA. Kieran, a 17-year-old student and writer focusing on her life with SMA type 2 with aspirations in journalism. Bronson Crothers, listed among notable people with SMA. These authors use their platform to raise awareness about the daily realities, challenges, and perspectives of living with SMA, which is a genetic neuromuscular disease causing progressive muscle weakness. Now, I'm not at that level yet, but I wanted to throw this in there as well because I myself have SMA type 2 and I am an author as well. So, Victor the Inspiration, which is me, who is I, is the professional moniker of Victor Guetta, a published author, keynote speaker, and content creator focused on mental health, faith, and resilience. And I'm starting to begin my keynote speaking career. I haven't really spoke on stages intentionally, but I have spoken in front of groups like 30 to 50 people before. Key works: Become the Victor, Turning Trials into Triumph, published in early 2025. So actually, it technically went for printing distribution in December 8th, 2025, but I didn't become an official published author until January 16th, 2026. This book serves as both a personal memoir and a guide for those facing adversity. It details Guetta's journey through significant health challenges, including back surgeries at age 11 and ICU stays. Digital content: He maintains a blog, Becoming the Victor, where he explores themes such as mindset shifts and overcoming self-doubt. And it says personal background: Guetta's work is deeply informed by his life with spinal muscular atrophy, SMA. He uses his platform to encourage others to grow through what you go through. By far one of my favorite philosophies and favorite sayings. It really has pulled me through many seasons within my life. Sharing raw experiences ranging from physical struggles with muscular dystrophy to mental health journeys. And it has my socials right here, like my Instagram official website. This is my website right here. We could pull it up here. So this is my website right here. My book is available at Barnes & Noble's and Amazon's website. I will pull it up at the end of the video as well. And I have this QR code here, so to make it simple for the website. But, just a little quick brief here about, says, who am I? My name is Victor, known to many as Victor the Inspiration. And I was born with Spinal Muscular Atrophy type 2, a condition that shaped my life through physical limitations, countless medical battles, and seasons of emotional and mental struggle. There were moments when the weight of it all nearly broke me, times of despair, isolation, and complete mental collapse. Yet it was in those darkest places that I discovered a truth that would change everything. Your greatest test will become your greatest testimony. My mission is to help others see that their struggles are not signs of weakness, but invitations to awaken strength, purpose, and identity they may not yet recognize. And this is my website, and all these things right here. I'm going to change this layout. I want to make it more professional. At first, it looked cool because it was something new, but I want to change it up and do something a little bit different. And I have a blog post here, and what does Victor the Inspiration represent? My personal brand represents grow through what you go through. You guys can check it out here. This was me literally 2 weeks before me receiving my high school diploma. I was in the hospital and actually in the ICU at the time, so it was quite the experience. I had pneumonia and collapsed lungs, and as you can see, I'm wearing this mask because I was not in the healthiest and greatest shape. And but yeah, so this is my website here. You guys can check it out if you guys are interested, here. But I wanted to make this video because I thought it was pretty cool and fascinating, but it'd be something a little bit different than what I normally share on this YouTube channel, and I wanted to again try something a little bit different here. But yeah, so anyhow, so this is my book here. I want to pull it up here at the end. This is my book here, Become the Victor, Turning Trials into Triumph, and it is my journey navigating life with SMA type 2, navigating life with a progressive disability, navigating life going through depression, anxiety. I went through a mental health collapse where I was professionally and personally, I was going through a lot. And, my worlds just happened to collapse. And I underwent a psychiatric hold, and it was a very severe and traumatic experience at the age of 21 years old. Literally January 2020, this all transpired and happened. But, as much as it was an ugly experience, I somehow just started documenting my thoughts. I wasn't intentionally writing a book. I was just documenting my thoughts and sharing what it was I was going through and what it was that I was doing to overcome what it was I was going through and navigating these different seasons of my life. And next thing you know, I had material, and before you knew it, I'm reaching out to publication companies to get my book published. And it's a very real, raw, vulnerable experience, and I'm just very thankful to be in the position to be able to express that vulnerability with you guys and show you guys what can happen when you guys don't give up, when you guys persevere and you guys keep the faith within the process, despite how ugly and uncertain and impossible things may look for you. Like, this is what this book is all about. So my book is available online at Barnes & Noble's and Amazon's website. Again, it's called Become the Victor, Turning Trials into Triumph. And you can simply search Victor the Inspiration via the search tab for Barnes & Noble and Amazon's website for simplicity. And the links will also be within the description as well. But this is my book. I'm currently trying to get it in stores. I'm reached out to local bookstores and was going to do that. And then literally as soon as I was going to go in person and make a formal introduction and hand deliver my book and have them read it and see if they wanted it in their shop, I already had people lined up, local bookstores. My handicap van ended up in the shop. So literally this entire month of February, my van's been in the shop. It's still in the shop as we speak. And it's been quite the experience, but I'm very spiritual, so I believe everything happens for a reason. And what the reason is, I currently don't yet understand now, but I know eventually I will. Well, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Again, my name is Victor, who goes by Victor the Inspiration online. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And as always, remember, grow through what you go through. And if you have SMA, what is it that you personally aspire? Because I, myself, believe anything is possible, and you should too. Much love.